Ja, goddag folkens, så velkommen tilbage til en episode af Risen. Jeg sprang hurtigt den her over, fordi at jeg havde blevet tør for tid, så lad os da starte med den her vagt herovre først. Fuck mig. Okay.
What do you want?
Jeg mistede lige kontrollen, altså hvad det var for nogle tools til, når jeg plejede at trykke E eller F eller sådan noget der, så jeg var lige sådan, jeg skulle lige væk, fordi hvis jeg trykkede musetasten ned, og jeg begyndte at slå, så skulle jeg helst gerne ikke have mig efter mig.
Man like you has clearly seen some action.
Well, you know, I don't like to boast, but I've crushed a few heads. If you want to eat here, you have to work. You want a free ride? Try those white robes at the monastery. They'll give you a free ride all the way to their excavation camps. And keep your paws off other people's stuff while you're here, or you'll lose your paws.
I don't know. What do I want?
You were looking at me.
I'm new here. I'm just getting to know people.
If you don't know I'm the best fighter in the camp, then you ain't been here long enough for me to care.
Oh. Så har vi Sam.
Hey,
I've not seen you before. Who are you? A fresh-faced young man eager to experience the thrill of an outlaw's life?
maybe.
I can't think why else you'd be here. There are warm alehouses and welcoming brothels in the town. Food and indoctrination at the monastery.
Are you a woodcutter for the camp?
Just because I'm cutting wood doesn't mean I'm a woodcutter. Actually, I'm a hunter. My lads and I provide meat for the camp.
So you lead the hunters?
Normally, yeah, but as you can see, I've got vital woodcutting work to do. So right now, my hunters are running wild like free spirits. Or they think they are.
Shouldn't you get someone else to cut the wood?
I'd love to, believe me. But Brogar would nail me to a tree if I left this wood unsawn.
Brogar.
One of the Don's lieutenants, the leader of the fighters, a, shall we say, powerful, single-minded man.
And you're his personal woodcutter.
For my sins,
Why does he want you to do it?
I tangled with him, and now I have to pay. We live by Brogar's laws out here.
Brogar's laws, not the Don's.
The Don wants me to hunt, Brogar wants his fire stoked. You judge who's really in charge.
Why don't you stand up to Brogar?
Him and all his fighters, you mean?
So everyone's afraid of him.
You clearly haven't met him yet. Then you'd understand. He's over there. Go and introduce yourself. Then decide whether you'd stand up to him.
Ja, gør vi lige med det.
How can I become one of the Don's men?
Firstly, I need to tell you a couple of things. The Don's a powerful man. Well, he was. Since we've been in this swamp, he's hidden in that temple. Hasn't been out for weeks. His wife Rachel's been trying to run the camp. She's the one you need to impress if you want to meet the Don.
Rachel. Right.
Before you charge up to her, you need to be aware of...
Brogar.
You're learning.
Why can't I get to talk to the Don himself?
If you can't get Rachel on your side, maybe you could get past the guard at the temple. Maybe.
Sounds like it could be worth a try.
True, but it's a long shot. Rachel might be your best way in.
Can you teach me to hunt?
Sure you wouldn't rather chop wood?
I was thinking more of hunting.
Then you're talking to the right man.
Can you teach me about hunting?
Lad mig se, hvad vi kan lære herved. Sneak vil være en god ting, jo, ikke også? Det kræver bare noget mere guld. Og sammen med cut animals kan gøre, at du kan få flere ting ud af dem, jo. Vi kan rigtig gøre noget her. Så, that's Craig.
Hey,
Lost, are you? Don't you worry about it. I'll take care of you.
who are you?
Craig. And if you want a fortune in gold, I'm your man.
Your job is to distribute wealth.
Exactly. I arrange little wagers, you give me your gold, and you could double it.
What odds do you offer?
You're interested. Listen up, I'll explain. You give me a sum in gold If you win, I'll pay you back double.
And if I lose?
There are no losers, only future repeat gamblers. I'll just keep your gold warm until you want to try and win it back.
Sure thing.
How do I place a bet?
Oh, nothing easier. We bet on anything here. Who'll be the next worker to get eaten by a swamp creature? The next winner in the arena? Anything. You can even bet on yourself. If you want to go into the arena.
And can I be sure you'll pay out if I win?
Oh, you of little faith. I'm hurt. If I wasn't honest, do you think I'd last 2 minutes around here?
People fight for gold.
Nok ikke, men...
Don't sound so surprised. People have fought for gold since time began. There's a small arena over in the west. That's where it happens. I bet you're worth a gamble. Tough-looking fella like you.
Is there somewhere around here I can train for combat?
I wouldn't normally do this, but I'll train you if you like. Always good to get the inside skinny, in case you go into the arena.
Tell me more about the arena.
It's all friendly, just a few bruises and broken limbs. It isn't to the death. It's where we train and test ourselves. Well, if you fancy a fight, just challenge one of our fighters. If he accepts, he'll go into the arena with you. The fight starts when both willing volunteers are in the arena with their weapons drawn. The first fighter to go down loses.
That's clear enough. Which of the fighters here are the best?
Based on recent form, Ricardo's a loser. Lorenzo isn't too sharp either. Used to be alright. Faded a bit these days. I'd say Domingo is probably the best in camp.
Okay.
I've decided to fight in the arena.
That's what I wanted to hear. Well done. Do yourself proud. Remember, once either man hits the ground, the fight's over. Carrying on when your opponent's on the dirt, that's not fair play, is it? You'll pay dearly if you break that rule.
Right.
Okay.
You'd be a good opponent. Why don't you fight me in the arena?
I should have seen that coming. Think about it. This is my domain. I even bet on myself. Well, you got spirit, but try someone easier.
Det kommer senere. Der er sådan en rangliste.
I want to make a bet.
Fabulous. What do you want to gamble on?
Og så er det som prislisten, ikke også? Altså, der er ADVARSEL, Dominic, Lorenzo, og så Ricardo som easy, kan man sige også.
I'll fight Ricardo and win.
Well, that's not too hard a prospect. Lousy odds, so your winnings won't be great.
Nu skal vi faktisk bare have bedt ham om at gå med over, ved jeg godt, men det gør jeg her om lidt. Så er der Lorenzo, ham skal vi først snakke med efterfølgende. Der er nogle ting, man lærer, når man spiller spillet, som kan være en god ting at gøre senere hen. Jeg har jo spillet før og gennemført det, så derfor tager jeg et par stykker af tingene her. Der er rigtig meget talk her i.
Are you the local
Så
blacksmith?
det håber jeg ikke kan holde ud.
Blacksmith? I look like I spend my days making fucking horseshoes. I'm a pewterer, a gilder, a worker of fine metal, and I'm not looking for an apprentice, particularly one that doesn't know the difference between a metal worker and a smith.
Keeper. You're on, I'm going. If I did want to learn the metalworking, how...
If I did want to learn about metalworking, how could I persuade you to teach me?
You not listening? Someone spit in your ear or steal your brain? I don't want an apprentice, so why don't you just fuck off?
I'm looking for new weapons.
Looking is for losers. Paying gets you the goods.
Hvad tager vi så?
Do you need help? I'm looking for work.
No one here looks for work. The only thing people here look for is gold. And you don't look like you're any different.
Do you work with gold?
Gold. Gold. Nothing but gold. You just see the money in it, don't you? Well, there's no point you thinking about getting wealthy here. Every crumb of gold out there belongs to the Don.
Everyone has to give their gold to the Don.
If you know what's healthy for you, once a month you have to take the Don his share.
And how much is his share?
You see anyone round here looking wealthy?
Not unless mud is the local currency.
Well, you should see the gold he has in his temple. Hordes of it. Ha! I can see that look in your eye. Fancy a slice, do you? You'll end up in pieces with those thoughts in your head.
How do I get to see the Don?
What do you want to see the Don for? Try standing on a tree outside the temple. You're not going to get closer than that.
No one gets to see him. There has to be some way I can get to see him.
Ja.
There must be some way to see the Don. Something he wants.
If it doesn't glitter, he doesn't give a toss. I wouldn't be surprised if one day he had his wife gold-plated.
Is there something he wants then? Something in gold he doesn't have?
We found a sword pommel. Beautiful bit of work. Supposed to belong to some garrison commander before he pissed off an ogre. You find the blade for that pommel, the Don'd kiss your hairy ass. Fuck it, I would too.
I'll find the blade the Don wants.
You want to look for it, be my guest. But you take one piece of that blade for yourself, one bit of glittering gold, I'll hear about it.
I wouldn't dream of it. Where can I find this sword blade the Don wants?
If you believe the stories, the ogre dragged the garrison commander off where those temple ruins are. If anyone has found anything there, they're bound to shoot their mouth off, particularly seeing as those bits of blade will be covered in gold. There's a pisshead called Lewis, reckoned he'd seen something, but he's a sack of shit.
So you want to restore the sword for the Don?
If I can get all the pieces. Can't do jack shit without all the pieces.
Have you got any sword blanks?
Just what I got here. My stock of ore is empty. You bring me some iron ore, I can make you some blanks.
I want to trade some iron ore for some sword blanks.
Piece of piss. Tell me what you want.
How much iron ore do you want?
Say 8 lumps. If you just want a basic one-handed sword, 10 for a bastard, 12 for a two-handed.
Okay, men det vi har ikke rigtig noget iron over nu, for det virker lidt der
What
forfærdeligt.
have you got to trade?
Ember. Vi har desværre her. Du kan give det der damage. Jeg tror, jeg plejer til den her over ved, men det kræver desværre lidt mere strange. Ja, men det giver 20. Og indtaget rimelig billigt, kan man sige. Jeg har ikke rigtig så meget at sælge lige her til ham her lige nu. Men jeg kan også lære på et tidspunkt at forge vores eget. Det kommer senere. Rachel.
Waif and stray looking for pity? Or fortune hunter looking for gold? Looks like I've got another mouth to feed.
Are you the cook?
Amongst other things, you have to be adaptable in these times. One day you've a sword in your hand, the next a ladle. And the cooking relaxes me, if you call stirring wild boar and brugelweed cooking. Sorry, forgotten my manners. I'm Rachel. Here, new mouth, take this meat, freshly cooked.
I need to talk to the Don.
Join the queue. I'm thinking of joining it myself. You can talk to me. When Esteban's busy, and he's always busy, I'm in charge.
But can you get me in to see him?
No. Look, he needs time alone to think. I'm always having to turn people away, even his good friends. Why would I make an exception for a newcomer?
I don't trust the Inquisition. I want to join Don Esteban's gang.
Another person without a home. I don't even recognize you from Harbour Town. Are you sure you're not with the Inquisition, new mouth? If you want to stay, then you'd better make yourself useful. Everyone needs to pull their weight here, and no one gets to see Esteban unless they have something valuable or important for him.
How are things around here?
Perfect. I don't know why we didn't move out of the town into the swamp earlier. The Inquisition are sucking the life out of the town, but this swamp is sucking the life out of us. We used to be close, all of us. Everyone made their share, worked for their share. Now it's falling apart. And with Esteban in that damn temple, I'm the one trying to hold it together.
Can I help?
And why would you want to do that? What do you want, new mouth? Lazy cutthroats, idle thieves, and mosquitoes. Why do you want in on this?
You think the Don is losing control?
He's a complicated man. The Inquisition's takeover of Harbour Town shook him up badly. All we've got is this place, and it's fragile, especially at the moment. I really don't need someone stirring up trouble.
Why do you think things are falling apart here?
It's those ruins. They've got everyone's mind on treasure, even my Esteban. The whole place is being dug up, although I'm certain that not everything that's being found is being delivered to the camp. Esteban makes sure that all the workers get a share of the gold. He's very fair like that. But someone is looking to line their own pockets.
You sound like you need help. What if I help out?
You do that. But, well, if you really want to stick your hand in this beehive, you're welcome to. We can certainly use the help. Everything seems to have ground to a halt. Go to the camp lieutenants and see what sort of problems they're having. That should help you get a picture of what's happening here. Maybe we can root out the source of this rot before it reaches Esteban.
Your thing? Why do you think it's lining the pockets? What would happen to you if you knew?
Who do you think it is lining their own pockets? And what would happen to them if you knew who it was?
He'd be dead. Esteban's not a forgiving man.
So it seems. About your camp. I was told you're short of food. You need more meat?
Finally, someone who wants to do some work. Yes, I need 10 haunches of raw meat. You bring me the meat, and I'll put a little gold your way.
I never say no to gold. So who are the lieutenants here?
If you can't find that out yourself, how are you going to help me? Just go and talk to everyone. You'll find them. You'll soon see who's in charge and who thinks they are.
By the way,
Ja, den her kan jeg godt købe, men den her noget, der lader vi være med.
the fighters are holding show fights in the arena.
Well, they need something to work out their aggression. Leave them to knock each other's brains out. It stops them bothering us.
Der venter vi med, fordi hvis vi gør den her nu, ikke også, så vil vi stoppe med at kunne bette på os selv og sådan ting hernede, hvilket jo vil være dumt, fordi det er en måde at tjene penge på for os jo. Og til synligheden havde jeg ikke nok kød, nej, jeg mangler lidt noget. Det er også derfor, hvorfor jeg vel at mærke ikke bragede alt det der kød der, det vi var nede ved. Hvis jeg gør det nu, ikke også, så vil det være dumt. Ham jeg overgår sammen med, de her guards er ikke rigtig så meget, de siger bare, at jeg skal gå væk. Men ham jeg kan også tjene lidt på.
Hey, what? You better be from Hawkins. I need those crates moving.
I've just arrived here. I'm not from anyone.
Lazy more like. Bet you've never done a decent day's work in your life.
What crates?
The ones full of artifacts? What else are we moving? Damn Hawkins. His workers should have delivered them by now. I knew it was too much responsibility for the old coot.
And who is this Hawkins?
A pain in the backside. So-called leader of the workers. Couldn't lead a duck to water if you asked me.
So you're in charge of moving boxes, right?
They're not just any old boxes. They're full of artifacts from the excavation sites. They get dug up, they come to me, and then they go to the Don.
Oh, so you're not even moving boxes for yourself then?
When you get an important role here, then you can make jokes. Until then, shut your bleeding mouth.
Let's talk sensibly. I can help you get your crates.
Think you can? All right. We'll get going and get them moving.
No sense in asking if you know the magic word.
What magic word? Here, you're not with that Inquisition lot, are you? Look, I'll have no magical nonsense around here.
What's in these artifact crates?
Puppies. Artifacts, what do you think, genius? Everything that's dug up from the ruins gets crated up. But keep your mitts off them. If you're looking for gold, then do some work. You dig for the Don, then you'll get your share.
I'll think about it. Where are these crates you want moved?
At the excavation site, but they should be here. I swear, those workers are being slack just to wind me up.
Okay, går vi videre. Oh. Husk at tage planter med. Så hvad kan vi gøre her? Hver time vi nu gør efterhånden, ikke også, vil give os mulighed for at kunne tjene guld efterhånden. Det er derfor, man skal snakke med nogle af tingene først, kan man sige, ikke også? Så hvis vi lige runder de kasser der først, så kan vi starte med det jo. Og det er dem her hernede, ved jeg, vi skal snakke med, for at få kasserne i gang. Man kan også se, man kan se, at jorden her er sådan anderledes. Får vi også en pickaxe, for at mærke. Og man kan se, altså hvordan, i forhold til hvordan jorden ser ud. Normalt, nu ved jeg godt, det er meget mørkt, fordi det er nat og sådan ting. Men lige her kan man se, at jorden er anderledes, så der kan man klikke på, og så kan man grave en kiste op. Vi er faktisk næsten færdige med episode 2. Vi er faktisk ikke nået særlig langt. Jeg indrømme. Men der er sådan nogle kister her begravet, sådan flere steder på øen og sådan ting der. Whoopsie. Og det giver os så noget guld, og det giver os samtidig sådan en light spell. Og sådan der, og ja. Har vi clay?
You look tired.
And you look ugly. Piss off.
What are you doing here?
I'm admiring the view. Great view. That's why we get all these tourists.
Ha! That and the friendly locals. Nice warm fire this? Nice and safe?
Brogar sends you to get on my nerves.
I'm just making conversation.
And I'm just telling you to piss off.
Det er ham her, vil jeg mærke, man skal snakke med for at få de her over til at gå i gang med det der ting der. Så lad os prøve en gang at snakke med ham.
You look relaxed.
The busy mosquito is swatted at dawn. The happy snail does nothing but yawn. We're in a swamp. What's there to make an effort for?
The Don just lets you relax.
Never see him. Beppo's always chasing us to hump crates round. All that effort for what? A pile of old crap. Hawkins is my boss, and if Hawkins doesn't care, Beppo can go screw himself. And Hawkins doesn't care about anything.
Right.
Ja, man skal snakke med, men man skal snakke med Hawkins først. Fordi Hawkins er chefen for dem her over ved. Man er sådan... Man er nødt til at snakke med i stort set alle faktisk til for at komme i gang ved. Fordi så vi ser Hawkins står her, og så mangler vi ham der derovre ved. Han der sidder der. Og så mangler vi ham her. Så har vi faktisk snakket med alle, men vi primært kan snakke med herved. Det derovre, hvis nogen skulle være i tvivl, det er Brogar. Det var rigtig der, man.
Hey, did I look like I wanted to talk to you?
Whoa there. Someone shoot your dog?
Stupid and mouthy don't wash well round here, especially not from workers.
Do I
look like a worker?
Maybe not. You ain't coated in shit. Now enough questions. I'm hungry. Bring me a haunch of fried meat from Rachel, the cook up by the smithy. Bit snooty, but a looker. The Don's a lucky man. Of course, with him in that temple all the time, she might need a bit of company.
Og det er også en af grunden til, hvorfor jeg ikke spiser det kød der. Normalt vil jeg jo bruge kød til at så heal op på.
Brogar wants a haunch of fried meat.
And he sent you to get it for him? Lazy devil. Well, I've already given you some meat, so you can sort Brogar out yourself.
Ja, nemlig lige præcis derfor. Det er en ting, du er nødt til at gøre. Jeg ved faktisk ikke, du er nødt til at snakke med dem, men hovedsagen er, at du får ikke noget mere, og det... Så du gør det. Tell you what, do it yourself, or here at a lonesome meat. Jeg vælger den her ned, fordi du kommer længst med at gøre nogle gode ting herved. Det der ville primært op, hvad jeg ville have gjort, hvis det var, jeg ikke var ligeglad. Men du kommer længst, og du får mere XP nogle gange også ud af at gøre det på den måde herved. Så why not?
A haunch of fried meat.
Good.
Så jeg får XP
You
der.
wouldn't want to see me when I
Gennemfør
ain't
questen
been
også, ikke
fed.
også? Så
Got any proper work for me?
Are you actually good for something, little fish?
Easy to be cocky with that weapon and fancy armor of yours.
Nah, it's all the bodies I buried that make me cocky. 2 of my boys are supposed to be guarding the eastern swamp farm, but Clay's been lazing around the campfire. Go and see him. Make sure he takes over from Phil before Phil rots up there. Simple. I'm not losing another man to this fucking swamp.
okay.
Get Clay to take over from Phil. Sounds simple enough.
The farm's over to the east. As it's a simple job, I'll assume you'll get it done.
You seem to be a man who hears a thing or two. Have you heard anything about a broken sword blade?
What good is a sword in pieces to anyone? Worthless junk. Only one who'd be interested in that is that blacksmith. And you, apparently. What's that about, then?
Do you know where the pieces of the sword blade are?
I know where one piece is. I've got it. Question is, what will you do to get it?
Oh, a lot of things, but
Do you boys do anything other than stand about all day?
They're guarding. What do you expect? When it comes to standing around all day, these guys are the best. Trained killers, though, the lot of them. And if those creatures from the temples march in here, you'll be damn glad of them. So, show a little respect.
The fighters answer to you, right?
Yeah, most of them owe their lives to me. One way or another, they know not to mess with a big fish.
So you know where they are at all times?
Course. Well, usually. One of them has gone missing. Dorgan was on an errand for me, down in the swamps. The pillock's probably got himself lost. Or eaten. Or he's chasing wenches again. Never could keep his mind on the task in hand.
I'll look for him.
When I get my hands on him, he's gonna be emptying piss pots for the next month.
super. Så mangler vi Hawkins, og så skulle vi gerne være færdige med at snakke med faktisk alle, eller sådan noget der.
Hey, you don't look like the rest of the Don's men.
Me? I'm the one the rest of them treats like dirt. Day in, day out, me and my workers try our best. And they need us, the bosses. But do they realize that? I wish they'd come and see what it's like. See if they like being eaten by swamp worms.
Are you in charge of the workers here?
Yeah, I'm supposed to oversee the workers at the excavations. But morale is so low that the men don't care anymore.
So the excavations have stopped.
They won't be happy when they find out. The Don's supposed to be a fair man, but Brogar isn't, and he should be protecting us. If any of my men were good at fighting, they'd have gone long ago. They'd be living it up in the bars and brothels of Harbour Town.
Why is it so bad here?
We keep losing men to the worms. And there are even worse fates too. I'd rather be anywhere else. But we have to collect anything made of gold and take it to Beppo. We didn't expect to have to fight the monsters here. We're not trained for it. And that bastard Brogar should be protecting us. But do his fighters ever come and help? Do they, hell? Too drunk, most of them.
I can talk to Brogar for you.
Don't. It'll only cause trouble. We've tried everything. Brogar's not going to listen to you.
Are any of your workers around?
They should all be at the excavation site. But that doesn't mean they will be. You'll recognize them. They'll be wearing workers' clothes, even if they've got no intention of working. uncontrollable, most of them. That's what the swamp and being ignored does to you.
You really have given up, haven't you?
Well, you would in my position. It's hopeless. Hopeless.
Hopeless isn't a word I use. If I'm going to take action, I'll need better armor.
I can give you workers' clothes, that's all. And you'd have to pay. After all, you're not a worker. Why should I clothe you?
We're all stuck on this island in this swamp together. We might as well help each other. I'll see if I can get your workers back to work.
You won't. If I can't, what chance does a stranger have?
Jeg sagde også, at det var workclothes, det også koster 500 guldstykker, mand. Det er
What can you
vanvittigt.
tell me about Brogar?
Nothing. I'm not telling you anything. I don't want trouble.
You've already got trouble.
Yeah, but I'm not dead. I'd rather take my chances with the worms than get Brogar angry.
Brogar can't be that bad.
Brogar is all bad. Ask the hunters. They'll tell you what he's capable of.
Well, I offered to help.
Maybe I can do something. How many vision sites are there?
Maybe I can do something to help. How many excavation sites are there?
3. 1 east of the temple, and 2 right in the middle of the swamp. Look for the artifact crates. They mean you're in the right place.
Right.
Okay, det skulle faktisk være det lige nu. Og der er jo selvfølgelig dem herude, vi skal have angreb på. Vi er ikke så stærke lige nu, så jeg tænker måske, vi lige venter et øjeblik med det. Og lad os prøve, så vi kan gøre et eller andet ved ham herovre ved nu. Ja, hey Rod, you need to start shifting the crates.
Hey Dwight, you need to start shifting those crates over to Beppo.
And who are you to be telling me what to do?
Okay, she's not den her nede, vel og mærke kan gøre godt, men jeg kan også bare... Jeg plejer nu af at tage den her nede, fordi det er sådan det nemmeste, jeg kan også give dem lidt hurtigt penge, så gør de det. Lad os bare tage den.
How about I pay you some gold, you work, and then you relax?
If a man you want to work the day, a little gold will grease the way. Pleasure doing business with you.
Så se, nu går det i gang, ikke også? Jeg gav mig 20, jeg ved godt, jeg bruger noget guld her, godt, kan man sige. Ham der snakker om lige om lidt. Jeg mener både Bippo og Rachel giver mig faktisk penge for det her. Så vi skulle gerne tjene stadig på det. Men nu jeg ved ikke også, sådan lidt. Jeg spiller en altså... Jeg kan altid godt lide at være den gode af dem. Det plejer normalt at være rimelig godt, det her. Bippo plejer altid at sidde her om natten. Hvad er det hedder? Sådan, det plejer at være her, han plejer at være. Nu er det decideret nat, nu er det ikke bare... der plejer Bippo altid at være hernede ved. Jeg aner faktisk ikke lige, hvor fanden han er gået hen. Kan jeg speede tiden op ved at sidde og vente? Destruction insect. Okay, den har jeg ikke fået før. Det var en ny en, det der. Jeg ved, hvad der sker lige nu. Der er en eller anden, der er herovre. Det, der forvirrede mig, var, at jeg fik den, da jeg sad ned. For det kunne jeg gjort. Altså, det var ikke noget problem, vel at mærke. Og han har så klaret den det meste af tiden, kan man sige også. Så har vi endnu et sted her med en kiste.
A little more for me.
Ikke lidt mere der. Og så har vi så en mushroom her. Og en kiste her. Og der er også noget herover ved, men den er lidt mere farlig at gå i. Der er en rock room et eller andet sted, plus vel også en eller anden ting, der render rundt ude her i sumpen et eller andet sted. Meget tæt på det område derovre ved, og ham har jeg i hvert fald ikke stærkt nok til at klare. Jeg tror man kan se her, hvis jeg tager den her, jeg tror han cirka er derved. Ja, fuck body. Ham kan jeg klare, han er rimelig stærk. Jeg plejer at dø til ham. Sådan rimelig let. Så det er sådan lige... Det er noget, man skal passe lidt på, man kan man sige jo. Det er i hvert fald lige noget... Det kan i hvert fald en god ting til, at det kan også lige blive lidt stærkere. Så den der.
Job done. You needn't worry about those things in the excavation site anymore.
You killed them? Right. 30 gold coins, wasn't it? Worth every one.
Thanks. Pleasure talking to you.
Right.
I'll look forward to our next conversation.
Nu kan vi selvfølgelig aldrig gribe på, om vi kan gøre det. Det gør vi i næste episode, ven og mærke. Jeg mindes, at man måske kan gøre et eller andet her. Ryk T. Et eller andet. Nej. Så vi skal bruge en decideret seng. Problemet er ikke også, at vi har ikke fået tilladelse til at have en seng endnu. Craig plejer ikke at bruge sin, men han vil reagere lige sådan, når du går ind i huset, og du kan altså der. Det er normalt ikke så godt. Men jeg mener, at der faktisk talt bare en metode, hvorpå du kunne sidde ned og så gøre et eller andet. Input. Er der ikke en måde, hvorpå vi kan sidde? Altså når du sidder ned og så beder den om at køre tiden igennem? Eller er det et andet spil, jeg tænker på? Det kan faktisk godt være et andet spil, jeg tænker på så. Det er sgu nok. Fordi der er et eller andet spil, jeg har spillet, at noget i den her stil her godt, hvor du sætter dig ned, for eksempel godt kan du spole tiden fremad. Så du ikke skal tænke på det her længere. Vi er level 2. Vi har faktisk fået 20 læringspoint, hold da op. Det er rimelig godt, vi har faktisk meget guld. Vi har fået den her, vi kan sælge. Så har vi en ring her, der giver øksefighting. Lad os bare tage den på. Så får vi en i vores økse, men jeg bruger ikke økse, så det er jo så, hvad det er. I næste episode, der vil vi gå videre med det spil her. Men nok så synes jeg, tage vores første kamp med Richard herovre ved. Over i arenaen, som er heromme bagved. Det ser vi på i næste episode. Jeg vil sige tusind tak, fordi I er med, fucking sjov, og I hygger i den episode her. Til vi ses igen i næste episode, folkens. Hej.